What's happening, guys? Back at you with another video, and in this video I'm going to be listing off the top 10 pops of 2019. So let's get to it. Alright, so 2019 was a pretty good year for Funko as far as pops are concerned. Had a lot of great pops come out this year, and pretty good ones, pretty good design, pretty good characters for fandoms, different fandoms out there. I gotta say, this year they definitely went like as far as like fandoms concerned, they really like stretched out how many fandoms they did. They really did something for everybody. There was always something dropping for everybody, no matter what fandom you were. So honestly, gotta give it up to Funko for really spreading out, having a widespread of stuff coming out this year for each fandom, so there could be a little bit of something for everybody. But I decided to go ahead and go with this top 10. I actually decided to do some honorable mentions, so I'm gonna do honorable mentions first. But I do have a top 10. I gotta say, looking through my collection, this was kind of a hard one to do, to make a top 10 list out of these ones. And honestly, it was pretty hard to say. But let's go ahead and get started with first off some honorable mentions. Alright, so our first honorable mention I gotta go with, this one was definitely one I pre-ordered, definitely one I wanted to get into the collection. So what we have here is the FY exclusive Thor from Avengers Endgame. This is the one where he's holding Stormbreaker and Mjolnir. So definitely was pretty cool. I like the way it was. Thor was in the movie Avengers Endgame, and then this pop looks pretty cool, so definitely one I pre-ordered. Alright, so another honorable mention I'm going to go with. This one is another one I definitely pre-ordered as soon as it went up. Definitely need it in the collection also. So what we have is the AAA anime exclusive Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Now this is definitely one I like. I like the hair sculpt on this one. Funko does a good job when it comes to anime character hair sculpts. So they did a good job with this one, especially with Super Saiyan 3. Whenever you go Super Saiyan 3, you have that long, spiky hair. So they did a very good job with the hair sculpt on this one. The stance is pretty good, and just overall, the design of this pop looks really cool, and it definitely looks awesome. Alright, so another honorable mention was definitely one that I wouldn't say necessarily surprised me, but it was definitely one that it took me off guard a little bit, but nonetheless, it was still a pretty good one, and I definitely wanted it in the collection, so I had to get it. And honestly, it was definitely pretty cool. So what we have is the Pop in the Box exclusive Pinocchio. This Pinocchio looks pretty cool as far as design goes. Yeah, Pinocchio, and he has an outstretched nose because he just got through line, and he has a little mini Jiminy Cricket right on his nose. So I got handed to Funko on such a great design idea for this one, and it was actually exclusive to only Pop in the Box subscribers. So even if you try to buy it and you weren't a subscriber, you can't even get it unless you go on eBay or something like that to get it. But this was only exclusive to subscribers only, people who only subscribe to Pop in the Box. So I made sure I was able to try to get one, and I ended up getting one, and I gotta say, it's a pretty good design. I like it. I'm glad it's in the collection. Alright, we got one more honorable mention left, and before we get into the top 10. So this one is definitely one I wanted. This is definitely one I waited for. I did not get the comment. I specifically waited for the exclusive to come out. And I gotta say, I'm glad I waited for the exclusive to come out, because this one is amazing. I gotta say, it's definitely amazing. So what we have here is the Barnes & Noble exclusive Metallic Silver Age. Oh my, I definitely like this one. The pop size is incredible on this one. The way the stance is, the metallic colors just shine through, and awesome design, awesome sculpt. Overall, just an awesome pop. I'm glad I had this in the collection. Definitely amazing. Alright, so now we get into the actual top 10 list. This was definitely a hard list for me to come up with, but a lot of these ones are very close to each other as far as being in the top 10. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the number 10. Alright, at number 10, we have a Walgreens exclusive, definitely one I wanted to get, and I'm glad they start making these pops more this year. We got a few of them this year. So what we have is the Walgreens exclusive Sandman. So I like that Funko was starting to do more Spider-Man villains as far as, like, you know, the 80th years anniversary Marvel. I'm glad that they were doing more Spider-Man villains. We got a few more coming out soon, and this was definitely gotta be the best one. But let's check out the box. Alright, so I gotta say, this one is amazing. The way that they Funko like designed this one is amazing. You can see how he has his pose. He has that spike ball on the end of his hand. He has the big old fist right here, sand. But the thing I got hand up to Funko is the actual texture. So he's Sandman. He is made out of sand. So Funko went a step and beyond on this design as far as the texture is concerned. I know you won't be able to see it on here, but you can actually see like there's like grains and stuff and rocks and all that inside the sand. And then when you rub it, you know, you gotta rub your fingers against it. You can it actually legit feels like it could be sand. Like the actual texture is what drives this pop into the top 10 for me. And just overall design, I like Sandman as a character. He's a pretty cool villain. So Spider-Man, and Spider-Man has a great rogues gallery. So I just gotta say, this one inched into the top 10 for me because of the overall design and texture of the pop. But let's go ahead and get into number 9. Alright, so at the number 9 spot, we have a New York Comic Con exclusive. This is one of the biggest fandoms I collect in my collection. One of the biggest number of pops I have. So this was definitely one I wanted to get as soon as I saw it being exclusive to New York Comic Con. So what we have is the New York Comic Con exclusive Final Flash Vegeta. So this is definitely cool. I like the way it is. You have him getting ready to do Final Flash, and the way they have the actual power coming out of his hands. The blast is about to come out of his hands. The actual Rocky base on here. The base is pretty cool. The base that they used on here is like a Rocky kind of, not Rocky, his power. You know, that's what they use as the base, which is pretty cool. So I definitely like this one. But let's go and check it out the box. Alright, so here we got it out the box, and like you can see how it is. The hair sculpt on it is amazing. The Final Flash blast is about to be, he's about to let go of it, you know. He's about to perform Final Flash on villain, probably, most likely, you know how Vegeta is. So like I said, the base is his actual power. And honestly, I just like this. This definitely looks pretty cool, I gotta say. Definitely like it. And glad it came out this year. Glad I was able to add to the collection. But this is at number 9. Let's get on to number 8. Alright, so at number 8 was definitely a pop I wanted to get from New York Comic Con. Another New York Comic Con exclusive pop that they dropped, and definitely one I wanted to get as soon as it was shown. So what we have is the New York Comic Con exclusive Iron Man with the Infinity Gauntlet, and this is definitely a cool pop, definitely cool. I like this one, but let's check it out. Alright, so here we got it out the box, and I gotta say the hair sculpt on this one is amazing. The overall details of the suit, the Iron Man suit, are amazing. Also, they're very awesome. You can see how Tony is holding the Infinity Gauntlet, and if y'all know Avengers Endgame, I'm sure most of y'all have seen Avengers Endgame, and amazing movie, definitely amazing movie. But you know, he's gonna put on the Infinity Gauntlet, and y'all know what happens next after that. So I guys handed up to Funko for the actual design of the suit, the actual details of this. Overall presence of this pop looks amazing. And honestly, I'm glad I have it in a collection, and I had to put this on the top 10 list for 2019. So definitely amazing pop. But let's go ahead and get on to number 7. Alright, number 7 was definitely a cool looking one. Definitely one I kind of been wanting for them to make. So this is an Emerald City Comic Con exclusive. What we have is the classic Thor. This is the comic book version of Thor. This is definitely a cool pop, but let's check it out. Alright, so here we got the box. Definitely the thing I like about this is that it's the actual comic book version of Thor. You can see how he has this winged helmet. Looks exactly like it does in the comics. And honestly, the details on the wings, the overall details on the helmets are amazing. The details on the hair sculpt are awesome. Definitely you can see like actual strands of the blonde hair. The cape, the way the cape is like moving in the wind is definitely cool. Mjolnir, and his hand looks cool. I like the pose he's in where he has his one hand up. getting ready. It looks like he's getting ready to throw the hammer. You know, like he's got like that, like he does. And overall, the suit looks amazing. The outfit, it definitely looks like it does from the comics. And overall, just amazing design on this. Funko really did a good job as far as capturing the image of the comic book version of Thor. The comic book accuracy is pretty good on this one. So that's why I had to put it on the top 10 list for me personally, because it just overall is a great design, great comic book accuracy for the comic book version of Thor. But let's go ahead and get on to number 6. Alright, at number 6, this is definitely one I wanted to get. This is definitely awesome pop, I gotta say. So this is, honestly, I'm glad they remade this one. A new sculpt for this character. And honestly, it's definitely cool. So what we have at number 6 is the Hot Topic exclusive Dark Phoenix. Man, I definitely like this pop. But let's check it out the box. Alright, like I said before, I absolutely love this pop. It is amazing. You can see how she's in a kind of a flight pose, kind of. Hair sculpt is amazing, like always. But like I've been saying with Funko, the way this base and the actual design of it is amazing. Y'all can see right there, she has the fire, she has the phoenix behind her, like an outline behind her, and it looks amazing. Honestly, this pop looks so amazing. This was definitely like no brainer for me in the top 10 list for this year. As soon as I saw it, I knew this was definitely going to be up for one of the best pops of the year, because the overall design is amazing on this one. Honestly, it is amazing. I like it. I definitely like it. Great design, great comic book accuracy on it too. So honestly, just overall amazing pop. But let's go ahead and get on to number 5. Alright, so at number 5 we have a pop that I've definitely been wanting. That I wanted. So what we have is a LA Comic Con exclusive. We have the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now this is definitely a cool looking pop. This is specifically from the comics, it hasn't been in any movies or anything like that. So this is definitely awesome. I like that how Funko is going more into comic books now and actually getting characters from comics that weren't necessarily around in movies or shows or anything like that. They're actually diving into comics and making characters from the comics. So I gotta applaud Funko on that, because there's definitely some cool characters and cool designs in the comics. So thank you, Funko, for making those. But we have a character specifically from the comics. We got Cosmic Ghost Rider right here. But let's check it out the box. Alright, I gotta say, this is definitely a cool pop. The thing that stands out to me the most is the actual casing of the head. The head is like encased in an actual fire translucent casing, which looks amazing. Y'all can see right there. See like the actual skull inside of it, the piercing eyes. Definitely, this is definitely amazing. I like this. I definitely like this. It's awesome. It's amazing. See his suit he's wearing is pretty cool. Has some spikes here and there. He got some chains wrapped around him, and also to the actual nice little detail of the baby Thanos. If y'all like know the comic arc of this character, y'all understand the reference to baby Thanos. And definitely cool. I like that they added that on there with the little addition on there. So honestly, this is definitely a cool looking pop, and I'm glad I was able to get it recently. And honestly, just amazing. One of the best of this year, I gotta say. So let's go ahead and get on to number 4. Alright, so at number 4 we have another New York Comic Con exclusive. I gotta say, New York Comic Con had some of the best pops this year, and this was definitely one I wanted them to make. I recently got into the show over the summer and definitely wanted them to make this pop as soon as I saw the character in the show. Definitely wanted a pop of him, and they finally made one at New York Comic Con. And honestly, I gotta say, the sculpt and the whole actual design of this came out looking great, I gotta say. So what we have at number 4 is the New York Comic Con exclusive Hero Killer Stain from My Hero Academia. So honestly, this is definitely a cool looking pop, but we gotta check this out. Alright, so we have Hero Killer Stain here. Honestly, this is definitely one of my favorites in the collection right now. Definitely one of my favorite My Hero Academia pops. And honestly, just the overall design is amazing. The hair sculpt on point. The way he has his tongue sticking out is definitely true to the character. Just the overall white piercing eyes. The way he has his sword and the actual details on the sword is pretty good. He has his dagger in the other hand. Some details in the dagger too. Has his bandana wrapped around him, and the crazy design of it flowing through the back is pretty cool. He has some crazy hair sculpt. Also, just the overall design and details of his outfit is pretty cool. And I like the way they have his scarf also acting as like a base. Like they literally have his scarf wrapped around his neck, comes down his back, and wraps around, comes towards the front, and it acts as a base. That is an awesome detail. That's an awesome idea to have that like that, to act as a base for it, because like he's in a crouching position, so he needs that durability to be able to stand up. And they did an awesome design, not like actually putting him on a base, but they literally make his scarf into a base, so they won't have to do that. So honestly, I got handed to Funko for coming up with that idea. Definitely a cool idea that they did. But honestly, this is a cool design pop. I like it. One of my favorites in the collection right now. One of my favorite My Hero Academia pops that came out. And honestly, I just like this pop. So, but let's go ahead and get on to number 3. Alright, so number 3, this is the only 6-inch pop on this list. Honestly, it was probably the best 6-inch pop that came out this year. Definitely one I pre-ordered, definitely one I wanted in the collection. I'm glad they made it, and honestly, with the effects and all that, it looks amazing. Honestly, it does. So what we have at number 3, we have the Galactic Toys exclusive 6-inch Broly, where he's all powered up and stuff. So honestly, it's a cool looking pop, but let's take it out the box. Alright, so this looks so amazing. Honestly, this looks amazing. Y'all can see how he's in his stance and power up pose. He has all the power going around him. These things right here going around him. Hair sculpt is amazing. Like I always say, hair sculpt is always on point, always amazing with these anime characters. And overall, like the base too, like the base is amazing. The way they're able to put the base like this as like the actual power. So honestly, that's a good idea to do instead of putting an actual clear base or something like that. They use the base as they use the power as the base. So honestly, this is definitely cool. I like it. The overall design of this definitely amazing. A 6-inch pop, and honestly, it's amazing. I gotta say, honestly, I like it. Definitely a good addition to the Dragon Ball Z collection. And I just gotta say, Funko did a good job with this one. But let's go ahead and get on to number 2. Alright, so at number 2, this is one I got recently from somebody. Got thanking for that. This is definitely, as soon as I saw this one come out, the overall design, the overall metallic kind of color to it, I definitely knew I was going to put this somewhere in the top 10. And it is in the top 10, so I gotta say, did a good job with this. So what we have at number 2 is the Hot Topic exclusive Merciless Batman. This one's one I got recently for somebody. And honestly, this is amazing pop. So let's go and check it out. Alright, so here we got at the box. Y'all can see, first thing I notice is probably the metallic sheen to this. It has a nice blue metallic color to it. You got the red piercing eyes, bat wings on top. I'm going to say this is a helmet. This looks like a helmet. But honestly, the way the teeth are too, the teeth look so menacing. The sword, man, that sword, it's pretty cool. It has like actual details on there too. If y'all look at it, the sword is like definitely something you want to run into. The overall suit design on this is amazing. Got some chains, got some skulls around him, and honestly, I just gotta say, like I said before, as soon as I saw this one, I knew I was gonna have it in the top 10 eventually somewhere. And honestly, I just like this pop. It's amazing pop, definitely cool, and honestly, just amazing design. This really is. I gotta say. Honestly, this is. So I gotta hand it up to Funko for making this Batman. They've been making the Batman medals characters from the comics, and I gotta say they've been doing a good job with these ones. Honestly, good design. I just like this pop. I really do. But let's go ahead and get on to the number 1 spot.
Looks like your concern has you distracted, Eraser. But you pros ought to lay off.
Alright, so at number 1, we have another New York Comic Con exclusive. This one I knew would be in the top 10, but honestly, I did not think of putting it at number 1 until I was actually looking at it. Like, firsthand, I was looking at it. The design, the scope, the details are amazing on this. And honestly, like, literally, this one I did not expect to be number 1 just from glam shots. But actually getting it in hand, looking at the pop, and actually the character being who he is in the show is definitely pretty cool. So at number 1, we have the New York Comic Con exclusive Dobby pop. This is from My Hero Academia. Definitely cool pop, but let's check it out. Alright, so here we got Dobby outside the box, and I just got, like I said, looking at this glam shots, the glam shots do not do it justice. Getting it firsthand and looking at the actual design of the character is amazing. One of the first things I noticed is the hair sculpt. Hair sculpt is amazing on this. Funko it always does a good job with anime character hair sculpts. With a lot of them having spiky hair, it's definitely good that Funko is able to adapt that into a pop form, and it looks really good on him. So we got the black spiky hair that he has in the show. Overall, he has the look of Dobby. Like, pretty much you look at this and it looks just like the character from the show. Looks just like Dobby. His quirk is cremation, so you got like the actual blue flames, the blue fire all around him, and it looks just amazing. You can see how he has the base. The base is actually blue flames that he stands on, which looks pretty cool. He has a blue fireball in his hand, and just overall the markings he has on his face. He has a very messed up face and all that. And honestly, Funko did a good job with getting those details in there, and I just gotta hand it to Funko for doing a good job on this one. Honestly, I gotta say, I'm glad I was able to get this recently. Somebody gave it to me. I cannot thank him enough for giving it to me. And honestly, I just like this pop. I'm glad I have it, and I gotta say, it's actually one of the best designed My Hero Academia pops out there, and it just looks amazing. I gotta say, it looks amazing. But you know, it's definitely cool. I'm glad I have it in the collection. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for the top 10 list. I know it's kind of long, but definitely would like to hear down in the comments what were some of y'all top favorite pops from this year of 2019. There's a lot of pops that came out this year, a lot of great ones, a lot of great designs, and overall characters and all that from different fandoms. So definitely want to hear what y'all thought. What was the best of this year down in the comments below. But that's basically going to do it for this top 10 list and do it for this video. Hope y'all all enjoyed it. Remember, if you want to be a part of Team Legendary, all you got to do is subscribe and turn notifications on so you know when I post another video. Hope y'all all have an awesome day. And remember, be legendary.